So today we celebrate the Epiphany. Epiphany means manifest. And there are some ways that Jesus manifested himself. And one of the ways is through the Magi. By the way, the Eastern Church, we belong to the Western Church. I believe you all know that. We belong to the Western Catholic. But the Eastern Church, which is the Eastern Catholics, for them the Epiphany is baptism of the Lord. That's what they call the Epiphany. But for us, the Epiphany is, this journey of the Magi, what we have read today. The occasion of the Magi, which is led by the star leading them to where the child is born. And the second manifestation when Christ manifested himself was during baptism. When he was being baptized and the voice from heaven said, "This is my son, listen to him." Of course, there is another manifestation, but I'm interested in only those two. But as this Magi from the east, we are led by the star. For them, they knew that the newborn baby is a king. And that is why they found themselves in front of King Herod. Because they thought that he must be maybe a descendant of Herod. But when they arrived there, they find that nobody in the palace was aware about the child. Even Bethlehem, they expect that everybody is rejoicing because a newborn baby, a king, has been born. But another interesting thing is that also the religious leaders were also not aware. But after Herod hearing the whole of this story from this Magi, he called the chief priests and the scribes. And when every time the Bible speaks of calling the chief priests, I always think I would be among those who are called because I'm a priest. But you see, always the chief priest would mislead. But that is what confuses me, whether I will be among those who are misleading. Hello? So, but these chief priests, they went through the scriptures and they said, yes, it is true. A newborn baby was supposed to be born. And he's supposed to be born in Bethlehem. And this started troubling Herod. And Herod told them, okay, go to Bethlehem. When you find the newborn baby, bring me the word. Come and tell me so that I can also go and worship. These people, the chief priest, the Herod, the Jews, they didn't follow the Magi. Even after the Magi brought this good news, they acted. Even after checking the scriptures and ascertaining that this is true, they didn't follow them. They were not interested with this newborn baby. So there are times when I talk of I talk about the Christian fraternity. I'm not specifically speaking about you people of St. John's. I'm speaking about the Christian fraternity. There are times the Christians, we know the truth. There are times we demand the truth should be done. There are times we demand the truth should be obeyed. But we find ourselves passive about it. Passive. We want people to do it. We want people to respond to it. But we are just passive. We are watching. This is what the Jews did. And this is the challenge that we are getting from the wise men. They went to worship the divine king. A genuine worship. Not the worship like one Herod was saying, tell me so that I can also go and do him homage. And they also brought the gifts to the child. And the big question I would be asking today is, what gift are you bringing to the child? And asking the children, the young ones today, what gift do you give to your parent? After all they have done to you, every morning taking you to school, every morning, for those who go to school, every morning, every time you say you want something, they are struggling to make sure you have gotten it. What gift have you given to them? And when I talk about children, I'm not talking only about the little ones. I'm talking, all of us, we are children of somebody. You know, my father will call me my child. So I still, whether I'm a big man or not, he still look at me as a child. So what gift do we give to our parent? When the Magi found the child, he did not appear special. This child here, when they came, the child never looked special in any way. He wasn't dressed in royal robes. He was not in the palace. His parents weren't nobles, but the child was an ordinary little baby. And this is how it is even today. When you look at the child with your ordinary eyes, you'll just see an ordinary child. But unless you go deeper and look at the child in the eyes of faith, that is the time they knew that this child is special. Look at us when we come for Mass. What do we see? Do we find something extraordinary in the church? No. What do we find? We see a priest. You know, I'm probably from Africa. And you are like, you see, you know? What else do we find? We find the statues everywhere. What is special in statues? What? What else do we see? We see candles lit everywhere. What is special in that? We lit them at home. Probably we find the bread and wine. What's special in that? If you remain looking at them with your ordinary eyes, you will never see anything different. It will still remain an ordinary child. Mass will still remain an ordinary occasion for you until you go deeper. I think I'm yelling, right? Can I lower my voice? Hello? Can I lower my voice? Somebody saying, yes, Father, lower your voice. I'm going to do that. We are called to look at it from the eyes of faith. And the last thing is that we have to learn today is that we have to learn to follow the right star. Today, there are a lot of stars that are leading us. A lot of voice calling us. But the question is, which one are we supposed to follow? Which voice are we supposed to respond to? Like the Magi, we must make a wise decision. Either to report to Herod about the child, or move away in another direction. Some voices, they don't have good intention. But the shocking part of it is that these voices are the majority. The voices that do not have good intention are the majority. But the real star that leads us to Christ is the brighter one. And my plea to you today, let us all follow the bright star. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.